Instead, we have the opportunity to make a habit of empathy, to recognize ourselves and each other.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying to a degree. I believe it takes more than just practicing what you're saying. It's an action that goes hand in hand. You know, it's like people tend to care more about things that benefit their interests, even if it's right or wrong for the most part of it. So quite often you get people casual, good people. They're casual, you know, they're more social good people. Social, they're socially good. But on a regular basis, they're not that. Yeah. I can't say not good because as being a person, you know, you can't focus more on what people are doing negative. There's always gonna be people doing negative. You know, and what do practice make? What do practice make? What people say practice make?
I didn't understand.
What do people say practice make? They say it's a saying. What people say practice. No, people say practice make perfect.
Practice makes perfect.
No, practice don't make perfect. Practice make improvement.
Oh, improvement.
So we improve to do better. You know, it's quite often
practicing to
improve, but quite often we are led by example. Some people inspire us to do more of. It depends, and that's our antenna. What our frequency is set up on, and we kind of follow that a lot of times. So, you know, that what happens quite often. We base on that. We base on some of the things we've been brought up by, some of the things that we caught up in from going to school, or you know, interact. We learn different things, and then we kind of pick posters, bulletin boards on what we want to use, even if it ain't right. And I like this, you know. And if you're like, hey, did you see what you just did? Like, no, I didn't really think about it that much. Some people are the heat for the moment, and so in the moment may not be the bigger picture, you know. So that's the whole thing. Time.
What can we do to make a culture of empathy? How can we fill the empathy deficit in Obama?
I feel that it's more than just saying words. Hey, you can do this, you can do that. You can point fingers all day at people and tell them what to do, or are they gonna follow you?
Yeah.
You have somebody doing more negative and people following them, and it ain't helpful for them.
So we do something positive. We have
to action, and we have to practice. See, what happened is, for myself, I'm not here to take up roots. I'm here to plant seeds. So, you know, you got people, the routine they're doing, they really grading what they're doing. So you gotta find a group of people that are going to communicate as a dynamic group and go for what you're talking about and finding that balance.
We have shared feelings.
Yeah. So yeah, and once you find that, it's not gonna be easy because you're gonna have people that's against it. As much as giving, much is required. So as that,
that's the Bible.
Yeah. But see, the whole thing about that, I don't want to say the Bible. I'm religious.
Okay.
I'm religious, but I don't want to get into a tug of war because we're looking for a dynamic to find what we're trying to accomplish. So that's the key thing. And leave that out of it. If that's your personal interest, say that. But sometimes it's about the way that you present yourself too. Because sometimes the way you're presenting people not understanding the channel. So you have to go through different channels.
Have you learned through your life, some lessons about empathy, you know, from your parents or family or friends?
I've learned a lot. Like right now, personally, my name is Preach Tub, and I'm working on a group of disabled comedians. So that's the project I'm working on at this current time. It's called Enough Appetite for a Comedy Tour. So I'm looking to work with people possibly like yourself. What's your name?
Edwin.
Yeah. Edwin, I'm looking at possibly working with a person like yourself to work on the project because we are a group and it's a team effort.
Oh, great.
Okay, we're a puzzle. And you're a chapter, you doing video. Another person may do video and they may do editing. You may just do video. So the whole thing is connecting that puzzle and making sure that puzzle is presented in the right way. And it's always, like I say, a progress. We're always trying to, because people always want to put light on you. Oh, what about this? He did this. They want to point fingers. Why you do this for? Why you do this for? All day long, we can point fingers all day long, but are we going to get things done?
Right, you want to get things done. It's
get things done.
Action. But empathy is more than just a bunch of talk.
Yeah.
Empathy is about actually doing something.
It's doing something. It's hand. Because some people do more of doing action work and being behind the scenes. Say, I don't want the light. I just want the rewards from helping somebody. That's giving me even more. So you got people that got different setups that way. So when you think about it in that sense, it's people that have been doing things and planted seeds, but necessarily not have a direct hand on it. So that's the whole thing.
Seeds of empathy, and then they kind of sprout later.
Let me ask you this: do you understand how a fruit tree grows? If you plant a fruit tree from the beginning, is it just gonna have fruit? Just like, oh, that fruit tree grow? Why not have fruit? It's a process.
So we need to plant the seeds of empathy.
Well, yeah, we need to plant the seeds
of empathy, and the empathy will grow. Maybe.
Yeah, it's seeds that have already been planted of what you're saying. It's just that certain steps. You got a certain lane. You talk about somebody talking about math. You got someone talking about history. You got someone talking about, and these different things are growing. But trying to figure out to juice it like wheatgrass. Trying to juice what you need, the healthiness of it. Because things come contrary. You can say, I need some salt. You get a little bit of salt. I want to put a little bit of salt on maybe a piece of fruit. You don't want the whole salt on there, because then you salt. I mean, that's what it is. Some things are designed to have it in moderation, and some things are the distribution.
How about empathy? Are we designed to have empathy in moderation, or should we have a lot of empathy?
That comes over time, because all it takes a lot of times is one person to make a difference. It takes one person, and it can be a timetable chart. It's not mostly about big boat. It's about quality. See, that's a.
What have you felt empathy in your life? Somebody kind of offering you empathy is really.
I'll tell you this. I go by what you're telling me. Before you was talking to me, I wasn't thinking about this. So you planted a seed. You planted it in me.
Okay.
So within that's the seed. That's me and you. Because we could talk about something that happened yesterday, but since we didn't do it today, then it's been on, more of a pause. And that's the whole thing. You got to reinvent yourself. You got to reinvent that energy. Yeah, improv. You have to improvise. You have to do it, because every day you're not gonna have this drift. Some days you're drained. So you're trying to find who can help you present what you're trying to do and be the next torch to keep pushing it.
When people kind of give me empathy, then I have more energy to give empathy.
It's a light.
So it's almost like a chain.
It's a chain.
Every little bit kind of.
And then what happens is you get to a point where you do it so much, where you have a way of having reserve, like solar system energy, where some people that may not be tune into what you're saying, but you can think back, oh, this is where I started from, this is where I'm at. And then a person say, you know what, I seen you before. And then they may go into it. At first they may be on reserve. You got to be on reserve, and then they think about, I remember you. And then they start talking about it. But you can't say, I don't like you, because sometimes people come different ways. You got to look at the bigger picture. Because sometimes the picture, it comes at a different pace. It may be trying to get to you, but something's wrong with it. So it takes a different route. But when it comes with so much gifts. So that's the part of.
Well, do you have a final thought on empathy?
Okay, I'm wrapping. Huh? The reason I'm just giving you a wide range, because this information it gets edited, so you can put what you want on it. So I was going to give you what you want, and I say, thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. Thank you. And then you just whatever you want to put it up. That's how it is.